So, IG Live Q&A, anyone has any questions, get shooting. So, obviously we've got the new Shred 8 program that's starting tomorrow, so there'll be a few questions be related to that. If anyone wants to get involved, by all means, you can still sign up. The link is in the bio. I am writing plans still this evening, so you just have to be quick. So if you sign up now, get the document back to me, you can get involved. 8-week custom program, $99.99. Would love to have you on board. So, questions. Can I swap post-workout tortilla with rice? And if so, how much? Yes, so you can swap a tortilla with 125 grams of cooked rice. No problemo. Let's have a look. Question. Which protein powder is the best for mass gain? You want the correct diet and training program, my friend. How do I curb cravings? That's a very good question, Emily. Personally, I like to stay very busy. That helps, but I also find diet drinks, so I like Diet Coke, Diet Sprite, 7-Up, anything like that works really well. So I find that definitely helps to try and curb cravings. Drinking plenty of fluid, making sure you're taking plenty of greens with your meals in terms of veg, because it adds more bulk that will obviously fill you up. Having the correct training program and diet. The correct diet set up will actually make sure that you're not actually feeling hungry and starving and craving stuff all the time. I give a lot of clients dark chocolate, cereal, all these bits and pieces, because they're having foods that they would think that they can't have to lose weight, and they're having them and losing weight, so they're not craving other stuff so much. They're not going off and binging, going mental or things like that, so that makes a big difference. See if there's any other questions further down coming through. There's lots of people joining the chat. 52 people on the IG live, so what's up, everyone? Question: can you change the train days? For example, so on Shred and 8 you can move training days around, that's fine. Paul, my man, knows about the dark chocolate, so the one you want is the Lindt dark chocolate, the 90%. If you're in the Shred and 8 group, I have posted it further down. That is the one you want. Okay, so someone's commented, how come you're into fat burners? Because I will get this and I'll show you. So that is the Destiny fat burner. Now, hypothetically, there is no such thing as fat burner, so nothing will actually make you burn fat in terms of this product actually making you lose weight. What this product will help you do, it has caffeine, so therefore it will make you be able to train harder in doing cardio, make you more awake, more stimulated, so you can push yourself further. This also has appetite suppressants in it as well, and it also has natural diuretics in terms of bits and pieces that help you shed water, such as dandelion root extract, horsetail herb powder, juniper berry extract. It also has a nootropic formula, including alpha GPC, which helps your cognitive function, and it's a good way to start the day. So I like using a scoop of that Destiny before doing cardio in the morning. I just use 1 scoop, you can use 2. So there you go. So that's the answer to that question. Here we go. So 20 minutes slow cardio workout, it's a good way to lose a little fat without losing muscle. You're pissing into the wind a little bit, to be honest with you. So I'd probably do, for cardio, I try and keep your heart rate around 130 beats per minute would be my goal for you. So I would look to try and use a cross train or something like that. Glenn, how much do you charge? It depends what program and what coaching service you're looking for, my friend. So if you drop me a message directly, we can obviously have a chat. I'll make a note of your IG so I know who you are when you message. Change tint. Cool. Cool. So any other questions, keep answering away. Best things to drink: just water, coffee, tea, wine, beer. Well, obviously not wine, beer. Black coffee I'm a big fan of. Green tea you could have. I'm a massive fan of what I've got there. Sugar-free squash with ice, a big fan. Paul, my man, he was actually my main Instagram feed today. He's gone up to 1.5 scoops in the pre-workout, and he used, it's not a plug, but the Legacy pre-workouts, so that's what he had. He had 1 scoop when we trained the other day, and he was buzzing off his tits having that, so that seemed to work pretty well. So question, walking is enough for a cardio session? So walking is very good for cardio in the fact that it will bring up your calorie expenditure for the day, and also what's called your NEATs, your non-exercise active thermogenesis, which is basically a fancy word for you saying you burn more calories from moving around loads. So hypothetically, yes, that will work. If you're not relatively lean, I would suggest you do some more intense cardio than that, in my opinion. Aaron, 27 too late to start your fitness journey? No, my friend. I have trained for a long time, but only got in very good, I'm not going to say I'm in good shape, I've got in reasonable shape, probably about 26, probably about your age. I trained for a long time, but I really got my act together and made this my purpose then, so it's never too late, Aaron. If you think it's too late, you've given up already, mate. It's your mindset you need to fix first, rather than your body. How can we do shredding? No, let's can't get past that. How many times do I work out per week? 5 to 7 times. My man Craig, one-to-one client who's smashing it, he's getting shredded. So Craig is one of my elite VIP clients who is on the CJ Coaching WhatsApp communication. So he's on the elite tier of coaching services. If anyone wants to get involved with that, there are a handful of people who are on it at the moment, and I have got space for 1 or 2 more. It's obviously more expensive than my standard 12-week programs, but if you want voice notes, the extra touch, then it's there available for you guys. Dion, how to stay loose and fast sports whilst trying to build muscle, or is it too hard? It's not too hard. Look at professional rugby players, look how big they are, look at professional NFL players, basketball players. It's being aware of your mobility, flexibility, and making sure you're training in the correct ranges. I want to start training but have no clue how. Aaron, so to be fair, this is sort of what Shred8 is designed to do, so it's a fairly foolproof way in which you can, it's a training program that's on an app where you have videos and explanations of everything that's with you all the time. It's like having a personal trainer in your pocket with you all the time, so it's pretty foolproof, to be honest with you. What's the best exercise for weight loss? There is no specific best exercise for weight loss, so there's no one thing over anything at all. So if you're looking to lose weight, essentially in basic terms, you need to be in a calorie deficit, so therefore burning more calories than you're consuming. So an overall weight training session, whilst being in a calorie deficit, would be the best way for you to get leaner, because you can add muscle tissue at the same time, improve your body composition, improve the shape of your body. You'll also be able to eat more food. You can't buy the app, you have to sign up for a coaching program, my friend. If you look at the link in my bio, Aaron, that's the Shred8 program starts tomorrow, you have access to the app. How many meals should you have in a day? My preference would be 5 to 6 would be optimal. Personally, I have 6. What's your thoughts on working out twice a day? Is it beneficial or done? Personally, I think working out twice a day is great. So it depends how you structure it, really. If your goal is to get lean, for most people, if you do cardio fasted in the morning would be the best thing to do. And then train with weights in the evening, so you keep them nice and far apart, would work superbly well. That would be my recommendation. Okay, I'm having a bit of a mare trying to get to the next question. Apologies. Okay, so next one. Okay. Is creatine good for rugby players? Hell yes. So, Amanda, if you look through my YouTube channel, I've got how to build mass for sports video on the best exercises as well. Creatine is the most scientifically researched supplement out there that actually works, and it's very cheap. So I would highly suggest you use it. Mate, Paul, so pesto. So Paul's obviously when it comes to Shred8. Pesto is a phenomenal fat source. Mainly it's just olive oil, but it tastes so good. Add it to chicken, tuna, anything like that. So if you know about pesto, you know about pesto, and that's the CJ Coaching tip of the day. If you're Italian, you probably know. You love my hair, thank you, very kind. KFC or McDonald's after abs workout? Are you a fucking retard? Next, I'm struggling to add mass and shape to my chest. Any tips? So if you're struggling to add mass and shape to your struggling to add mass and shape to your chest, tips focus on contraction of the actual chest and stopping your shoulders rolling in, your trap rolling forward, to try and keep your sternum elevated, shoulders pinned back, would be my best suggestion. Please, but can you repeat the answer to my question about doing push-ups daily? No, you don't do push-ups daily to build muscle, won't really do anything. Please always do cardio after weight training. Someone's asked, is creatine safe for kids? Yes, it is. How's the best to build up triceps? Please tell me. So the best way to build up triceps is to try and focus on exercises you can execute very well and you can get stick to. You can actually connect with the muscle. That would be my main point of concerns. I would look to do something like a weighted dip. If you feel like you can tract well on that and you can get very, very strong, I would do that. If not, focus on maybe isolated work. Michael Rackett, who did this jazzy haircut. Do you need to do cardio if step count is high enough? No, not at all. So you don't need to do any cardio if your energy output doesn't demand it. So Dom, I wouldn't recommend going from a 12-week lean bulk into one of the Shred and 8 programs because you're essentially downgrading because you're going from working one-to-one with me with weekly check-ins and 24/7 support. So it wouldn't work as well, my friend. You use a 12-week shred program. But if you want to do Shred and 8, you can. Least calorific alcoholic drink. So you want a clear spirit and a diet mixer, my friend. So gin and slimline tonic, vodka and diet Coke would work well. Any recommendation on what creatine brand to use? They're all very similar, to be honest with you. If it's big from a big premium brand, I wouldn't be too concerned about that. This question, I don't know, it's a bit of a weird one. Is it me 400 grams chicken breast become really tiny when you grill it? Probably because you're buying very cheap chicken that's frozen and full of water, my friend. Mind-muscle connection is essentially thinking about what you're trying to train when you're doing the movement, so it is fairly important. Would I take on a 16-year-old for a transformation? It depends on a number of factors. Drop me a message and we can discuss that. Can you train a body part 2 days in a row? Yes, so it depends what you're doing. So for my delts, for example, which are terrible, I am pretty much doing some form of shoulder training every day, but most days it's like light pump works. It's almost like a mind-muscle connection, a neurological connection to get stimulation and then get blood in there rather than causing muscle damage. You couldn't train really heavy doing the same muscle group 2 days in a row. You could, but it'd be terrible. We're doing double sessions, weights and cardio, 20 minutes cardio after each session. How about? Yes, you will massively overtrain, Chris, and you will fucking dig yourself into a hole. Just stick to the program. I have designed this beast of Shred and 8 with a lot of thought behind it. If there was a quicker way to get you from A to B, then it would have been created like that. So you stick to the program. If you want to do more cardio, anyone, you're more than welcome to do more cardio. Don't do it before weight training. You can add in 30 minutes post-workout if you want to, do another hour earlier in the morning, do whatever you want, more cardio. Don't add in 2 weight sessions, another 2 hours of cardio, because that's just, you won't be able to last it and it would just be terrible. Let's see if there's any other questions in here which are actually reasonable. Let's have a scan through. I think that's it. This is a good question. Does cardio have to be fasted? No, it doesn't have to be fasted. However, optimally, I find cardio fasted tends to work best, to be honest with you. So that would be what I'd recommend. Scientific research doesn't necessarily back it up, but anecdotal evidence and my own experience. From a digestive point of view, cardio first thing in the morning is very, very good for your stomach and to get things moving around. So I'm a big fan. It also means it's done and you can't fuck about being like, oh, I haven't got time to do it now. If you just get up an hour earlier, you'll get your cardio done. So it's that simple. But if you can't do it first thing in the morning, do it later in the day, it's fine. Just get it done, whatever suits you. Use any whey protein you want. You can use any whey protein you want. I'd recommend the Muscle Nation one because that's the one I use and it's the highest quality. So that would be my recommendation. In terms of flavours, chocolate honeycomb is the best if you want a sip. That is fucking insane. So if anyone's got a shake on their plan, if you get the chocolate honeycomb, get a NutriBullet and blend it with ice and about 300, 400 milliliters of water, some frozen berries if that's in your plan, and it is phenomenal. Do I believe in used fat burners? I've just had this conversation this is technically a fat burner, but it's more of a nootropic and a caffeine stimulant product than a fat burner in that respect. Tasha, I knew what you meant, Australia. I had gathered that because I was like, Muscle Nation aren't American, but yes, they're Australian. See, Dom, my other one-to-one client, he knows chocolate flakes banging as well. Have you tried chocolate honeycomb? If you haven't, that's the boy. And what's also exciting is they've got cereal flavour, which I'm yet to try, which I'm hoping to have when I get back to the UK, which is coming out, which is supposed to be incredible. So that I am highly excited for. So as you guys know, I'm currently in Dubai. Very excited to be here. Trained today at the Banous gym, which was literally like, if you could think of like gym porn, that's pretty much it. So I'm here with best friend, good friend, Commodore Mike, and we are training with the Gelsies, who are some trainers from Wales who are world class at what they do. I have learned absolute ton of training tips today. Got absolutely beasted. Beasted in a good way though, so like my joints feel great and I fixed a lot of postural correctional issues. I put one exercise on my IG story just now, like a mixed grip pull down. It's all these little nuggets of information that once you learn these things, you have them forever, and then your own knowledge is power that you can pass on to other people. So at the moment, I'm on a mission to try and educate myself, learn as much as I can to try and become the best trainer possible. Hence why I'm in Dubai training with these guys, to try and push myself out of my comfort zone, learn as much as possible, and basically go from there. The better you can be, the more you will learn, and the better you get, the more you learn, the better you get, the more you learn. It's a vicious cycle. You can never stop improving. My thoughts on intermittent fasting. From a bulking point of view, I like it. So if you're eating a lot of food, I like to have maybe once a week, every 10 days on a rest day, have a fast for like 18 hours, just to give the stomach some digestive break from breaking down food all the time. From a fat loss and muscle building point of view, generally, I wouldn't really recommend it unless you had a very busy lifestyle. You can maybe not eat for the first few hours in the morning, but generally, I'm not a huge fan necessarily, in my opinion. Paul, any tips on how to ease a filthy sunburn? The answer is, Paul, put sun cream on and don't get sunburn, my friend. But I would suggest just drying some after sun, or sit in a bath full of ice. Where does Dubai sit? My favourite places to visit. So, what I like about Dubai, I was in Spain last weekend. I was in Mallorca. And I spent a lot of time in Spain. What I get frustrated about in Spain is the service is terrible. Everyone's rude. No, not everyone's rude. Some people are rude. So, like, for example, I asked at a hotel for some ice and they wouldn't give it to me. I've called down to reception 4 times today asking for buckets of ice for drinks. And they bring it up quite happily and they don't bat an eyelid. I walked up to the bar in Spain, they wouldn't give it to me. But Dubai's cool. I like it. It is warm though. For the gym scene, it's insane. The fitness here is mental, and like they love it. So it's cool. It's all good. So I'm very, very impressed. Okay, so question. I think everything's clear. So I'm guessing that's a question of motivation, how to stay motivated. Ultimately, you've got to think about why you're doing something and what your goal actually is. So, like, having a specific goal is the key to really staying motivated. Because if you've got no goal, you just drift along in life, with business, with relationships, with fitness. So have a specific goal, a time scale, something to work towards. Pressure is what makes you succeed. Pressure is what makes diamonds. So you've got to work hard to be where you want to be, and put some pressure on yourself, and you'll make yourself perform. That would be my suggestion. I have answered pretty much all of the questions on here, so if anyone else has anything else, by all means, fire them away. If not, I'm going to call this a day, because it looks like we've rattled through everything that is an appropriate question, because there are a few inappropriate ones, as per usual. Yeah, that's it. Cool. So if anyone else has any other questions, by all means, drop me a direct message. Shred 8 programs are going out now, tomorrow. Ooh, question, Luke. What's my personal fitness goal? You put me on the spot now about having goals. At the moment, it's... you have literally put me on the spot. At the moment, it is to stay lean whilst travelling loads and try and improve the shape of my body in terms of an aesthetic point of view and weak points, and try and improve, rather than just adding tons of mass, try to like make my muscles look more rounded and improved overall, if that makes sense. basically just improve my physique, basically, just keep getting better. So it will happen. It's getting there, slowly but surely. Okay, I've got a few more questions. Suddenly rolled in. Is your plan tailored for working out only at the gym? No, there are home body workout programs that you can do anywhere you like. What is your secret to abs? Getting lean in the first place is the answer to that. Hey man, I want to get to stage next year, but at the moment I'm all-time biggest weight, need a PT, can you help? Rich Robbo 998, yes I can if you're serious. Drop me a direct message and I'd love to help. I'll note your IG down just so I know you're the chap who commented. But yes, if you drop me a direct message, we'll sort something out and we will get you to where you want to be if you're serious. Shred Nate, add green veg to all meals. That is explained in the initial message if you read it properly. Awesome to hear, excited to start Shred Nate. Please show me your abs, no. So Sam, your diet is wrong then. If you did more weight training and less cardio, your food is wrong, my friend. That's why your weight's going up. So we've got Nick starting on Shred Nate tomorrow, so he's going to smash it, I'm sure. He will love that. Benefits of decline leg press, just loads the legs, a slightly different variation. Alternating the variations of movements is a good way to have a new stimulus, so hence why we're using that. Something else you can do, Holly, is like varying your foot position, so going from like a narrow leg press to like a high and wide foot position on the plate is also a very good variation. I've also got some cool videos that will go onto Instagram actually showing some stuff like that hopefully shortly, which hopefully will help everyone. Has anyone got any more questions? That's 25 minutes and we go now. Here we go. Here's a good one. Do you have someone you looked up to when you first started? Oh, that's a corker. Yes. I've always been a bit of a Steve Cook fanboy. I liked him. And like the bodybuilders like Jay Cutler and stuff, because he was like a blonde white jack dude, so I always thought that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's quite a few, to be fair. There's quite a few. That's when we think about that. I haven't really thought about that before. But yeah, there was a fair few. So that's a very good question, man. It really got me thinking. Were you ever overweight like you were when you were younger? Yes, mate. I was a porker. So from about 12 to 14, I literally refused to drink water and only drank orange juice from concentrate. And if anyone knows anything about nutrition, that's pretty much about 2 to 3 litres of pure sugar every day. So I was a chubby kid, and I was up until I was probably like 17, 18, and then I was like a perma-bulk rugby player for like 4 or 5 years. So I naturally tend to lean more to the softer side. So yeah, there we go. If you're a fat kid, you can change it. But I'm never going back. I joke, but I'm not though. So that's it, guys. If you've got any other questions, by all means, drop me a direct message. We'd love to help. Miguel, if you want a meal plan, drop me a direct message. You can jump in on the Shred Nate program. If anyone else has anything else to help with, let me know. And peace out. Have a wonderful rest of the Sunday.